Hello boys and girls, this is ImAnderZEL of course, and oh yes, it is time for another Battlefield 3 video, and we got some Karg Island, rush, attack, and I'm gonna spawn in the Viper straight away. Oh yes, as I promised you guys, I would make sure to post at least one really good game every week that isn't the Metro or any city map, because it's kind of a bit too much like Call of Duty, and there's no reason to watch Battlefield if it isn't tanks or jets and stuff in it, sometimes at least. I mean, I try to make most of my videos as interesting as possible, but yeah, I think I post a little bit too much Metro and stuff like that, because I like that stuff. That's basically why I post it the most. I like those maps the most because these maps and rounds usually go so slow, and right there Rakhmut flies too low and too slow, so the tank hit us with a shell, I believe. So we basically are fucked. I'm like derp derp derp, you bastard. No, but I'm gonna be nice, I'm just kidding, of course not. Let's see, who the hell killed us? I'm pretty sure he actually wrote that he was sorry that he crashed. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, man. Yeah, he was very polite and said sorry. But now I make sure to take the helicopter myself, and I'm thinking like, oh, if I take off straight away, maybe one of my squad mates will spawn in the chopper, but nope. God damn it, why not you spawn on chopper? I need a gunner, god damn it. And that's kind of the problem, and you guys have seen the videos I made with Jack Frag, or Jack from Jack Frags rather, since that's his channel name, it's not his name, it's not Jack Frags, of course. But basically, I kind of got spoiled a little bit flying with him, because that was such a good teamwork. I mean, I fucking enjoyed that like crazy. It was awesome. And right here I'm like, oh god, it's gonna hit me, isn't it? Yeah, and I crash. Right into a rock. I go down too quickly. But I'm thinking like, at least I can take the goddamn tank with me. And I kind of do, or not really. I shoot at it, but it dies before my rockets hits it. But I make sure to jump the fuck out. And I make sure to jump out on a high altitude so it will crash and get destroyed. I don't know why people do that, like jump out when they are like hovering 2 meters above the ground, because that's just gonna fuck up their team. And right now I'm just gonna go to town on these guys with my SKS, I think that this gun is named that, and I'm using the holosight, the foregrip, and the silencer, and I really like it actually. The only semi-automatic sniper rifle I really like. Because it doesn't have that much recoil, it doesn't do super much damage, but if you get a headshot in, it usually kills on the first shot, so I like that. And deploys my MOV and I see a guy running here and I'm like, oh derp, he's gonna see me, but he didn't. Haha, great success. And I'm pulling off quite a few headshots with this one, so I gotta say it seems to be very accurate, and this guy, he is just lucky. I missed him quite a lot right there, but I finished him off too with a headshot from the 9/11. Oh yes, or 19/11, god, 9/11, that's the fucking terrorist bombing, so that's kind of bad. Let's not talk about that, that's not fun. Oh god, fuck, conspiracy theories and stuff like that. No, I'm not even gonna go into that. No, I gotta say it, I think conspiracy theories are pretty stupid most of the time. But I gotta say also that it's good that we actually have them, because people gotta like think outside the box and kind of think for themselves a little bit too, and not believe everything they hear and see in the news. Most things in the news are completely true, but many things are also a bit altered. Even if they're true, they've spiced up the news a bit and stuff like that, so be aware of what you read and stuff like that. I mean, the internet is the best thing ever when it comes to free press and stuff like that. I mean, incredibly good for you to know the truth, so to say. So I jump in the chopper, I get the gunner seat luckily, and I'm trying to TIV this bastard, but of course I ran out of the cable, or what the hell the TIV uses. I'm like, damn it. God damn it. Trying to TIV this guy, but I just go above and I change too slow. And right here I think we're gonna catch a rocket actually. Something really weird happens. Look at this. Look at this. Here we go. Boom. And the chopper just go straight in the plunger or straight in the water and the sea and stuff. Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys know this, but on this map there's actually a tree underwater, like really deep down a tree. In like the lagoon to the right or left of the map when you're an attacker. It's really strange, fucking strange. Managed to get in the shopper yet again, and this time I'm hoping that Rakamut is gonna do a little bit better job. I don't know if it's Rakamut or maybe it's like Raka Muttan. That's like shaving the pussy in Swedish. Raka Muttan or maybe straight pussy. I don't know, screw it. Everybody likes pussy. Oh yes. Even girls like pussies, I think. Yeah. It all depends which kind of pussy you mean though. I mean, shaving your cat might not be such a good idea, but shaving your reproductive female organ might be kind of smart too. I don't know. I think I'm going on a bit of a rant again as usual. But in an earlier video, I kind of talked a little bit of like religion and my thoughts about religion in general. And in general, I don't really care for religion, to be honest. But I want to like kind of set the record straight. When I was kind of bashing Muslims, I actually said it even in the video. I was talking about radical believers, radical Muslims, radical Christians and Hindus and all that fucking jazz. Those are the ones I despise. But religion in general, I don't like. I gotta be honest and tell you guys that. How do I say it? I'm a big believer in that you're free to believe whatever the fuck you want. If you want to believe in Santa Claus, you should be able to believe in Santa Claus. If you want to believe in a god, any god, whatever it's named, if it looks like a man with beard, if he doesn't look like anything, if it looks like Ganesh, I don't know, the Hindu god that looks like an elephant. I mean, you are free to believe whatever the fuck you want. Don't ever let anyone tell you what to believe and not. But I believe that it is kind of bullshit that there's no god and stuff like that. But that's what I believe. You are entitled to believe whatever the fuck you want. I mean, if you believe in like leprechauns, you should be able to believe in leprechauns, even though that's even a bit more silly to me than even God, since religion is a bit more accepted. But really, in my mind, in all honesty, believing in leprechauns and believing in a god is pretty much the same thing. Honestly, actually, since I'm a non-believer, I don't believe in ghosts, I don't believe in any god, I don't believe in any supernatural beings at all. I believe in what I can see and touch, and once I see it and see proof that it exists, then it exists. I mean, I haven't been to Japan, I haven't even been to Japan, yeah, I think you say Japan. So I'm not 100% sure it exists, but I think it does. I'm pretty sure it does, but I'm not 100% sure. To really be honest, I mean, it would be pretty silly if it's all a lie, of course. But it's kind of like, how the hell do I know it exists if I haven't seen it? It's like, I'm one of those guys who, I believe it when I see it. If you don't have a picture or a video of it, I don't believe it, basically. I'm a very, very strange guy. I don't know why you guys like to listen to me and want to know what I think and stuff like that. Because what I think, I mean, I'm pretty aware of that. Most of the things I say and believe is pretty weird and fucked up. I mean, but then again, as I said, I mean, I'm entitled to believe and say and think whatever I want. And the day when someone tries to stop me from doing that, I mean, really stop me, oh god, that person or that company is in a shitload of trouble. Oh my god, that would be so bad for them. Oh Christ, because I would make it my personal mission in life to screw them over and make sure I got my rights back. Fuck me sideways. I can really relate to, like, oh god, what was it? I'm so bad with names of countries, but the countries I'm thinking of are right at the border of the Mediterranean Sea, like in the top of Africa. Oh, not Iraq or Iran, that's like Arab states. Oh fuck, what are they named? Syria? Yeah, Syria is one of them, and maybe Libya is one of them. I'm not really 100% sure, I'm super bad with names, but they have had like dictators and stuff like that. Egypt too. And the people got so fucking fed up that they basically start a revolution, and I mean, of course it's sad that it has to go that far, that they have to basically resort to civil war and killing each other and shit like that. That sucks. But I mean, being able to have free speech and stuff like that, I mean, I haven't worked shit to get that in Sweden. I'm a Swedish citizen, of course, and I would say Sweden is a very free country, because we can say and think whatever we want, but even here I kind of feel that shit is kind of going sideways, because the media is very, very weird. I mean, you can be called a racist for having the Swedish flag out if it isn't the Swedish National Day, or if it's your birthday, or if someone died and you have it like hung up only halfway, so to say. Half raised, or what the hell you call it. It's very, very strange. When I tell American people about this, they think I'm kidding them. They think like, are you guys stupid? Because I mean, no offense, I love America, I think it's a great country, but a lot of shit is weird there too and fucked up, but one thing they got right is at least their pride in their country. That's something I really miss in Sweden, actually, because I would say actually a lot of things are better in Sweden than America, but we actually we don't have the same like, oh god, I hate this when I can't get the words out that I want to. It would be so much easier if I said it in Sweden, or in Swedish, of course, my language. But the point is basically that it's kind of sad that you aren't allowed to like celebrate and be proud that you're Swedish in the same way without getting accused of being a racist. You're not allowed to, for example, criticize the immigration policies Sweden have, because if you do, you are called a racist, and a lot of that has to do with the media. The media basically paints you as a racist. I wouldn't go as far as say they paint you as a Nazi or something like that, but they basically paint you as a racist if you say that the immigration policy is bad in Sweden. And the immigration policy is actually really bad in Sweden. I am not kidding you guys. We take in way too many immigrants. I'm not saying taking in immigrants is bad. I'm saying taking in many is bad, because the way they get treated and taken care of is pretty bad, because face it, we're not a big country. We can't afford to take on how many, like a super huge amount. But the thing is that just 15 years ago we didn't take on that many. It's now like the last 20 years, 15 years we've started taking on like a big amount, that it started to cause problems, because we can't spend as much time like and money on the people we actually are trying to help, so they don't learn Swedish, they don't get any jobs. They have to live in really shitty suburbs, like basically ghettos, and I think that sucks, because if I think Sweden takes in about 190 to 110 immigrants on average a year, and we're a country of only 10 million, so we take in 1% of the total amount of people every year. And 1% might not sound much, but I mean, that's a lot with a country that only has 10 million people, and basically we don't have enough money to take care of them in a good way, and that's the problem, because they don't learn Swedish, as I said, they don't assimilate, basically. I have nothing against immigrants at all, nothing against them as people or anything like that. What I have against is immigration policies that Sweden has. That's the concern for me, because the immigrants we take on, they don't get treated like people. They get shoved in like animals, have to live like 15 people in small apartments that are as small as mine, that I live in by myself. I mean, it's sick. And you get called a racist for saying stuff like that. And I'm sure there's gonna be some people calling me a racist in the comments too, but I don't care, because I know I'm right. And I mean, I usually say some controversial shit, but I think it's important that people don't stick to the norm, because that, as I said, that's kind of the problem with Swedish press, and that's only one of the small problems, that they kind of paint people as a racist and stuff like that. They do a lot of worse stuff. I mean, some of the stuff they call news, oh god, fuck me sideways. This shit they call news in Sweden sometimes is just horrible. I mean, so bad. It's like you don't even want to watch it. That's why I only watch one news channel, and that's TV4 News, and those are not even very good. But what I usually do is I try to actually read news on the internets. I mean, the internet is such an awesome invention. I mean, oh my god, the internet is awesome. I mean, if the internet was a god, I would go to church every day. Oh god, it sounded so cheesy. No, but seriously guys, I mean, many of you guys are younger. I mean, I'm not really grown up with the internet. I mean, sure, the internet has existed almost all my life, but I really haven't had access to it until I was like 10. You guys who have actually, who are like 15, 16, 18, around there, who actually grown up and had internet all your life and are used to it, oh my god guys, I hope you guys realize what a privilege actually to have the internet is. It's just awesome, because I mean, internet, YouTube, that's the way I make my living right now. I mean, I had a shitty job as a phone salesman. I hated it. I mean, I liked my coworkers and I liked my bosses and stuff like that. Of course, some bosses I didn't like and some coworkers I didn't like too, but in general I liked almost all of them, of course. And I mean, being able to do what I love, like making videos, going on a rant, talking shit, and the people actually want to listen and stuff like that, that is both very fun, and also it's also very important that I don't paint a picture for you guys that are too false, and you guys should very much, you should check on things I tell you. You shouldn't always believe shit I tell you, even though I believe it's the truth. I might be wrong. I mean, even though I genuinely believe I'm not lying, I might have checked facts badly, or someone might have told me it and I haven't checked the facts. So never believe today's lesson. Never believe shit unless you make sure it's true, basically. That's today's lesson. That's the first time I ever said lesson. That's weird. No, but as usual, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.